Yo guys, welcome back. I'm back out at the compound again. First time being here for over 2 months really. My foot has been given the all clear pretty much from the doctor. There was a little bit worried about one of the bones, but he said if it gives me any issues then I should have been I should go back in for more checks, but I haven't had any issues yet and I've been riding for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, so I'm not too worried. I'm just gonna crack on now and get on with it, especially as I have Crankworx in under a month's time. I'm an alternate slope style at the moment and I'm doing speed style and whip-offs, but I need to actually ride my jump bike and do some tricks, so I haven't touched it for about 2 months. It did get some cheeky little upgrades the last couple of days. I put some nice new blue pedals on, which look pretty snazzy from Cardtech, and a nice new blue seat clamp to match all the blue bits on the Suntour forks and stuff. So that looks pretty sweet. But first things first, I need to jump on this airbag and just sweep and loosen up all this horrible red leaves that have died on it. Just free them up a bit. Then when I turn it on, it should all wash off, which should be lovely. So yeah, let's get a little time lapse on the go and start cleaning this bad boy up. Got a slight technical problem, as I've just gone to try and start my generator and the battery's flat. So I'm going to try and work out how I'm going to jump start that. I might see if I can't even get my car to it really, because it's buried all the way over there, so I can't even get my car into it to jump it off the car. Alright, I'll find a plan, I'll work something out. Back in 5. So after a good hour of me faffing and trying to get this thing to work, I even took the battery off, plugged it onto my car to try and charge it. It's just not having it. £60 later, got a new battery. So let's try and get this thing to fire up now. Fingers crossed it works. If not, it looks like I have to be buying a new generator, which I don't really want to have to do because it's quite expensive. So she's fired up. Thank God. I really don't have to replace the thing. What a gem. Only bought 400 quid. Look at the size of it. So yeah, that's all fired up and running again. I'll plug in the airbag, get it all pumped up, so I can finally get to ride it. Thank God. Right, the bag is up, pads are on. Gave it a little bit more of a sweep, but still absolutely disgusting. This thing needs a proper clean. But I'm too keen to ride and I haven't got much time today, so I'm gonna have to deal with it. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm gonna chuck a chesty on so you can see a couple of the first runs, first hits. See how our foot handles it, I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, let's get into it. So right, at the top, first run for 2 months, if not more. There's starting to be a little bit of grass growing up on the actual run-in. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. There's grass growing through. So I need to do a bit of trimming. I need to come up with a strimmer and just trim a lot of the roughage away. I need to clean my walk up as well because it's a bit overgrown, but best get on with it really. Stop talking about it and just drop in. Just start with a nice big flip. Yeah. Oh, it feels good to do some big jumps again. Sick. All right, let's get a session on. Let's do this. All right, flip works. Let's try front flip. See how that works. Oh, nice one. I love the ones where I can pop them in and then I don't really have to do a lot. I kind of just set the flip straight off the lip, then I just have to wait. I don't have to try and speed it up or slow it down. They're the best ones. All right, let's do some combos. Let's do the flip whip. Straight in with the flip whip. I think the biggest test for my foot at the moment is actually this ladder. That's the sorest bit, it's just climbing this thing. It's doing all right. It's managing. No messing about. Just drop straight back in and do a flip whip. Yeah. that was one of the ones I was worried about most, just because it's actually like a kick and a catch all with my bad foot. So it's actually quite scary, the first one, but it worked. Happy with that. I'm getting absolutely covered already. Like these shoes were brand new on yesterday, and look at them, they're completely brown, gonna be absolutely destroyed. But what can you do when you use them for riding shoes? All right, cool. Let's go for a nice nice big 360 bar spin. I think that'd be quite a nice little one. All right, I'm gonna stick with the chesty on, but I'm gonna set this camera up that's in my hand as a second angle, so you don't just get stuck with pure POV sort of style stuff. But just gonna try and work out where to place it. I think just up by the rolling, straight onto the lip's probably the best bet. Fingers crossed there's gonna be no shrubbery in the way, but yeah, I think there should be quite a nice little spot for it just here. Oh, that one got really nice. Let's see if I can get a double done. Let's go for a double bar. I'm surprised at how like nice everything's feeling, especially as I haven't ridden my dirt jump bike for 2 months, apart from a little pump track session yesterday. But tricks are feeling really nice. And usually that would take me so long to do, but that just felt like really nice then. Epic. Loving life. All right, I think it's time. I'm gonna go for the trick that took me out in South Africa. Let's go for the cash roll. I know it's on a different bike and a safer jump and blah blah blah, but it's still one that did take me out. Still a little bit nervous, but should have it pretty dialed on this bike and this jump, so fingers crossed it works. Oh my good gosh! Don't know how I rode that out. My front wheel slid down the airbag then. Let's get instant replay on that. I think you should be able to see it from the angle on the GoPro. So you guys see my front wheel sliding along the plastic. Whew, that was wild. I might do another one just to do it a little bit nicer. They're coming in a bit weird. They're coming in more like a bio flip that Lucas Skoidel does from Sweden, or Squirtle as we all call him, because it just sounds funnier than Skoidel. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go for a nice big cork sev, because well, the cash rolls are working. I'm rolling away from them, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, let's go for a nice cork sev. Pop one of those bad boys. I am so amazed that I've still got all these tricks. Nothing's really like feeling rusty. The only thing that feels a bit odd is the cash rolls. I think that's because I messed one up so bad that I kind of might have a little bit of a mental block on that trick. But I'll have a little session on them now and try and get them dialed in a bit more. So I'm gonna do that, then I'll come back in a bit and do some more bits with you guys. But I just want to session some cash rolls, see if I can get them feeling a bit better. I'll leave the other camera running so you can kind of see my progress and see if they get any better. Yeah, see some cash rolls. I've done quite a few cash rolls now. They're all, I'm landing them and riding away. They're just not how I'd want them to look, but they are still a cash roll in my mind. Might not be in your mind, but in my mind, they feel like a cash roll. I'm spinning around a load. I think it's quite sick, but it might not be to the purists, but I'm happy. But I'm gonna move on to something else. Something I find pretty comfortable doing. Let's go straight in for a double flip, shall we? Woo! Oh, it's been a while since I've done one of them. Well, same as all the other tricks actually, to be fair. Probably about 2 months. Right, let's do a 360 tail whip. kick on the old front foot. Yeah, so it's all like on the outside of my foot, so it doesn't really get that much of use. Only thing that's going to be really issue is if I like put my foot down like awkwardly. But apart from that, it's solid. I've booted the crap out of it today, given it some abuse, and it's like, yeah, chilling, let's carry on. Which is pretty sick, happy with that. Right, let's have a nice big front foot, no hander. I mean, a nice little ender, I think, and then I might go ride some trail bikes for a little bit down at Woody's bike park. Bit of fun, bit of difference. Let's jump to that in a minute then. Yeah, fronty no hander, and then let's go to Woody's. Doubt you'll see much on this angle, but I've got the long shot, so you should be able to see it from behind. Definitely my favourite no-hander trick. Big old fronty tuck. It's fully extended because you just throw yourself forward as far as you can. It's a pretty dope trick, I love it. Alright, I deflate the airbag, pack up, and then cruise down to Woody's. So let's head straight there right now. So as promised, I'm here at Woody's bike park and I'm on the trail bike of dreams. I've done a few little updates on this thing since the last time you saw it. I've actually taken a little bit of hose out so it's not ridiculously long anymore, and I've refitted a dropper seat post, which doesn't seem to want to work today. No, it doesn't want to work. Kick it. There you go. One dropper seat post, and I put a slightly bigger cassette on it as well, so it's a little bit easier to pedal. Make it a little bit more user-friendly than what it was before. It was just a full slope bike, basically. And now it's a little bit more user-friendly, a little bit nicer to ride. Should be sick. I'm actually going to wait for my friend Ben to come up, Ben Thomas, who we're going to start filming a little edit that I want to put together up here. So we're going to be filming that from the other angle, and then I'm going to give you all the GoPro angles from my camera. Then in a few weeks, hopefully the edit will be out, or maybe even end of next week. Who knows? See what happens. But yeah, should be quite sick. So I've got to wait for Ben to arrive, and we'll jump straight into the action. As I'm waiting for Ben, I'm going to warm up on a couple of these little tables here and have a look at some of the gaps and stuff. Wow, it's winding so fast, so much faster than the other day I was here. Oh, it's rolling so much faster today than it was the last week I was here. Apparently Jasper and the boys are down there somewhere doing some more digging, but I don't want to go all the way down to come all the way back up again to find Ben. So I'm planning on filming this section mainly today with Ben, maybe go down a little bit further if it gets a bit too windy. But I want to ride the blue. The reason I want to ride the blue is there's a lot on it, and because it's designed for people to go a lot slower, when you go really fast at it, it becomes really busy, which I prefer than just like big open stuff that you're like kind of just cruising around. Like you're going fast, but I want to be like working the bike. So yeah, I think I'm going to try and ride the blue as fast as I physically can. And that might be the plan for this video actually, is just hammer some blues and some reds. Stay away from all the really big jumps, but just hammer some tracks that are designed to be ridden a lot slower than I'll be riding them, so could be quite cool. But let's drop straight into the blue and try and find out some gaps. Little hip to start, little roller. You can go around that corner so quickly. Ben has finally arrived. He's got way fancy bit of camera with GoPro, so should be pretty cool. But yeah, this will probably come out in a couple of weeks' time, I would have thought. Yeah, pretty sweet. Just gonna start filming some clips. Alright. Oh, section 2. Whew. I probably won't film too much more on this camera because you'll see me do a load of warm-ups in here. It'll be a bit boring for you. We've moved over from the blue all the way up there round to this red gully track. Something a little bit different. It is very windy today as well, which isn't helping. quite hard to stop once you're in that track. Those berms are a bit odd. They're definitely designed to try and kill speed. It's quite hard to go really fast through them. Try and find a few gaps from berm to berm maybe. Oh, that's a good first effort. I reckon I'm doing a little bit cleaner. Ben's moved down to get like a head-on angle. Let's try again. Miss filming. It's always quite fun. Come in! Mate, it's so hard to ride those turns. Oh, they're tight and just not that big. It's quite hard to like, yeah.
You're coming into something that's literally like that tall.
Yeah. Ready when you are, mate. I felt your lens on my elbow.
Oh my god. That's alright.
Robbins Racing. So we've now made our way over to the standard tables. Everyone rides on the red black, and the whole place has a nice little haircut. Theo's been on it, absolutely smashing out the strimmer work, which is pretty cool to see. Hopefully this track is going to get a rebuild winter coming. I don't think it's going to get touched this year, but it mainly just needs a big spray off and then it'll be right to ride again, because it is at the moment just one little rut down the middle. Not the nicest, but these tables at the bottom are still sick, so try and do some stuff on these. Mr. Matt Gill has been down all day and looks like he's refaced the lip on the second one, so let's have a go on that one. He did actually tell me I can ride it, so let's see how she rides. Wow, that's Scott. He's literally built a dirt jump, but for me it's sick, but most people are gonna be like, ooh.
Yeah.
Annoyingly, it is quite windy still, as you can see. Whoa. Yeah, quite windy. So you might not get many tricks out of me on these two today, but do some scrubby whippy things. As long as I get a gap, I can do some like tucks or soes and yeah. Come in. It's quite a straight. I want to do like a barrel rolly one because it's like all corky. It's got to get a good gap in the wind. Yeah. And on that bombshell, I'm going to call it quits. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.